Jessica, how delightful.
Good afternoon, Binky.
And Chief Cooper. Well, what a surprise. Please, do come in. To what do I owe the pleasure of this unexpected visit?
I got a warrant here, Mr. Holborn, signed by Judge Daly.
A warrant? What, did I forget to pay a water bill? Certainly not intentional.
I'd like to see your passport, sir.
My passport? Well, now, that does sound strange. This has all the earmarks of international intrigue. Jessica, what is this man talking about?
I think you know, Binky. Periodic visits to Great Britain, say every 3 months, all coming within a week or so of an art theft here in Cedar Heights.
Oh, Jessica, you can't be serious.
We've checked the dates of the 6 robberies, and the chief wants to compare them with the visa entries into Great Britain.
That won't be necessary. I suppose I knew this couldn't keep up forever. Well, I'm delighted I've been finally undone by someone of your caliber.
And you're admitting you stole the paintings, Mr. Holborn?
Yes, I think that's the gist of it, Chief. I had them in the golf bag. No one ever looked. It was quite simple, really.
Binky, why?
Oh, I blush to say it, but it was money, really. My aged mama and papa spent far too much of it before they passed on. And it's not as if they educated me to make a living, just to enjoy the finer things, I'm afraid. Well, here it is, Chief. Not bad for abstract glop. Not that I would dream of buying it myself. Give it to Lloyd, will you? Rightful owner and all that. Now, Jessica, you must tell me. How did you know?
Guesswork, really. You were the first person to have a painting stolen. Then, of course, there was the coincidence of your overseas trips. And then Lloyd mentioned that you'd been at his house earlier, the day that he was robbed. That must have been to take the rear door, as you did with your other victims.
Very clever of you. Well, you know, I planned it all very carefully. And it was very exciting. And, of course, nobody suffered financially. I mean, the insurance always settled. And no one got hurt, either.
Yeah, not until Julia Granger caught you in the act.
Oh, really, Chief? When Julia Granger was killed, I was having creme caramel with Jessica in my dining room.
Yes, that's right.
So what do we got here? Another art thief?
Not exactly. Binky, the so-called thief who murdered Julia Granger and tried to blame it on you left behind several clues. The electrician's tape for the door, a pen light with smudge prints.
Don't forget the pizza cutter.
The what?
Pizza cutter. One of them sharp little wheelies used to cut the painting out of the frame.
Well, that's ridiculous. I always use a single-edge razor. Pizza cutter, indeed. You'd ruin the painting.
Yes, of course. Now things are beginning to make sense.
Well, I don't think I've ever even had a pizza. You've got to believe me, Jessica.
Oh, I do, Binky. Indeed, I do.
Pizza cutter.